If you're thinking about buying a Honda generator, but you're not sure which model is actually worth your money, stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which one fits your needs and which ones you might want to skip. In this video, we're counting down 7 of the best Honda generators, from compact camping companions all the way up to serious industrial powerhouses you'd trust on a job site or during a long blackout. Let's jump straight into the list. Seven, Honda EU1000i. The Honda is the smallest and lightest generator on this list, and that shows the second you pick it up. At under 29 pounds, it genuinely feels like carrying a small toolbox rather than a generator, which makes it very easy to move around campsites, tailgates, or even between rooms at home. In use, the noise level is impressively low, around 42 to 50 dB, which means it hums in the background rather than dominates the environment, even if you're sitting fairly close. For light loads like a TV, a few lights, or a fan, it feels almost overkill in how smooth and stable the power is. Power-wise, the EU1000i offers 1000 watts max and 900 watts rated at 120 volts, which is enough for laptops, cameras, phones, routers, and some small appliances. In testing, it handled sensitive electronics beautifully thanks to the inverter technology. There were no flickers, no weird surges, and everything ran as if it was plugged into the wall. Honda's Eco Throttle helps stretch a tiny 5.5 to 0.6 gallon tank to around 6.8 to 8 hours at lighter loads. So for an evening of camp lighting or a movie night, you're comfortably covered on a single fill. Where the EU1000i really shines is portability and quiet operation. If you prioritize something you can toss into a small car trunk without thinking and carry with one hand, this model is extremely convenient. It's especially good for people who mainly need backup power for electronics or minimal loads, like running a Wi-Fi router, charging devices, or powering a small fan in a pinch. Number 6. Honda EU2200i Camo. The EU2200i Camo takes the same quiet, portable inverter concept and doubles down on usable power. This model delivers 2200 watts max and 120 volts output, which is enough to handle a fridge, some lights, and small appliances all at once, or serve as a very capable camping and RV companion. In real-world use, it feels like the do-a-bit-of-everything version of the EU1000i, still compact and light, but far more flexible in what it can run. The Camo edition adds a distinctive finish that blends nicely in outdoor and hunting environments. But the real value lies in the tech under the hood. It's an inverter generator, so it provides clean, stable power that's safe for laptops, TVs, and sensitive electronics. And it stays impressively quiet for a 2200 watt unit. One standout feature is the integration with Honda's My Generator app and Bluetooth. Being able to monitor status and control certain functions from a phone is very convenient, especially at night or during bad weather. CoMinder is also on board, constantly watching carbon monoxide levels and shutting the unit down if they rise too much near the generator. In day-to-day use, the EU2200i Camo is comfortable to live with. It's lightweight enough to carry short distances, and it fits easily in the back of an SUV or truck without taking over the whole cargo area. It's ideal for camping setups where you might be running a small fridge, a coffee machine in the morning, and charging batteries throughout the day. 5. Honda EG4000. The Honda EG4000, which starts to feel much more like a workhorse than a compact gadget. This model provides 4000 watts max at 120/240 volts, with 3500 watts rated, giving you enough power to run tools, pumps, and multiple appliances without constantly worrying about overloading. The EG4000 is part of Honda's economy series and focuses on delivering reliable, affordable power rather than fancy features, and you notice that straightforward approach as soon as you start using it. One of the most important technologies in the EG4000 is Honda's DAVAR, or Digital Automatic Voltage Regulator. This system keeps voltage stability within about plus or minus 1% during operation, which means consistent power for anything you plug in. especially equipment that can be sensitive to big voltage swings. In testing with tools and household devices, the output remains impressively steady, even as loads cycle on and off. Combined with Honda's commercial-grade OHV engine, the generator feels robust and ready for regular use. The EG4000 really stands out in runtime. With a 6.3-gallon fuel tank, it can run up to about 10 hours at rated load and up to 14.8 hours at half load, which is excellent for long workdays or overnight backup during a storm. That big tank, paired with good fuel efficiency, means fewer refueling breaks and more time actually getting things done. The 122 40-volt switch is another nice touch, letting you choose between using both voltages or dedicating all the available output to 120-volt circuits, which is handy when you want maximum power through standard 120-volt outlets. Number 4. Honda EU3200i. This marks a big step up in capability while still keeping the quiet, portable inverter design that many people love. This model delivers 3,200 watts of 120-volt power, which is enough to run a furnace, a fridge, and even a 13,500 BTU RV air conditioner, things that are simply out of reach for smaller inverter units. In testing, this extra headroom makes a huge difference. Appliances start confidently without bogging the generator down, and you can run more gear simultaneously with less load management stress. Despite the power jump, the EU3200i remains relatively lightweight and easy to handle for its class. It's designed as a super quiet, fuel-efficient generator, continuing Honda's EU tradition of unobtrusive operation. Noise levels are low enough that you can comfortably use it in campgrounds or residential areas without feeling like you're disturbing everyone around you. The clean, stable inverter output makes it safe for delicate electronics, so things like laptops, smart TVs, and sensitive chargers are completely at home on this generator. Where the EU3200i really modernizes the experience is through features like Bluetooth and My Generator app support. Through the app, you can monitor power output, fuel level, and even shut the unit off remotely, which is extremely convenient if the generator is sitting outside in bad weather. CoMinder is built in as well, constantly checking for dangerous carbon monoxide levels and stopping the engine if needed. These touches make the generator feel smart and up-to-date rather than just a simple engine and alternator box. 3. Honda EM5000SX. The Honda EM5000SX, which pushes firmly into home backup and semi-pro territory. This generator is rated at 4,500 watts with 5,000 watts max at 12240 volts, and thanks to Honda's IAVR, Intelligent Automatic Voltage Regulation, it can even deliver up to 7,000 watts for 10 seconds to start larger equipment. That surge capacity is incredibly useful when you're dealing with compressors, pumps, or appliances with high startup demands. The EM5000SX is powered by a Honda IGX390 engine, known for reliability and smooth running. In actual use, it feels solid and confident under load, with the IAVR technology keeping voltage consistent and helping to prevent the lights from dimming or flickering when devices switch on. Runtime is another strong point. This generator can run up to about 10.5 hours, which makes it an excellent choice for overnight operation or full workdays on a job site. One of the most user-friendly aspects of the EM5000SX is its electric start, which removes the hassle of repeated pull starts, especially in cold or wet conditions. It also features easy folding handles, making it more manageable to move around given its size. The My Generator app and Bluetooth capability bring it in line with modern expectations, allowing remote monitoring of performance and easier management when you don't want to be outside constantly checking on it. The receptacle layout is versatile, multiple 20-amp 125-volt GFCI duplex outlets, plus 30-amp locking plugs for both 125 volts and 25 250 volts, making it suitable for a mix of household and job site tools. 2. Honda EU3000is. The Honda EU3000is, one of Honda's flagship inverter generators and a favorite for people who want near whole house capability with the quietness and clean power of an EU series unit. This generator offers up to 7,000 watts at 122 and 40 volts, delivering enough power for significant home backup, RVs with multiple air conditioners, or serious event and work setups. The fact that it's an inverter generator at this size is a big deal. Your electronics get the same kind of clean, stable power they'd expect from the grid. The EU3000is uses a fuel-injected Honda GX390 EFI engine, which boosts both fuel efficiency and reliability. In use, it feels remarkably smooth and quiet for its output, making it comfortable to run in neighborhoods and campgrounds where noise is a concern. With a 5.1-gallon fuel tank, it can run about 6.4 hours at rated load and up to 16 hours at quarter load. So for typical backup scenarios where load fluctuates, it can easily cover full nights without a refill. The control panel is well laid out, offering two 20-125-volt GFCI duplex outlets, a 30 amps 125-volt locking plug, and a 30 amps 125 250-volt locking plug, which gives plenty of flexibility for home and RV connections. The iMonitor LCD display is a very helpful touch. It shows real-time data like fuel usage, runtime, and maintenance reminders, making it easier to keep track of what the generator is doing. Number 1. Honda EB1000. The Honda EB1000, a true industrial-grade powerhouse. This generator delivers a massive 10,000 watts max at 122/40 volts, with 9,000 watts rated, driven by a Honda GX630 V-twin engine. In practice, that means you can run multiple large tools, heavy equipment, or a substantial portion of a home's critical circuits without constantly juggling what's on and off. The EB1000 is designed with demanding environments in mind, and it shows in its construction and features. Honda's DAVR digital automatic voltage regulator technology keeps voltage stability within about plus or minus 1%, which is excellent for such a high-output generator. That stability protects equipment, helps prevent brownouts on startup, and gives a very consistent feel even as loads change. The V-twin engine is tuned for power, fuel economy, and reduced emissions, making it suitable for prolonged use on job sites or during extended outages. Runtime is impressive considering the output. The EB1000 can typically run around 7.9 hours at half load and about 5.4 hours at full load, which is more than enough to cover a full work shift or a long evening of backup power. Co-minder monitoring is integrated, continuously checking for dangerous carbon monoxide levels near the unit and shutting it down if needed, which is crucial where generators might be run near partially enclosed spaces. The outlet configuration is set up with industrial and heavy-duty use in mind, offering multiple circuits and locking options to feed tools, panels, or transfer switches. Final thought, that's all for today, folks.